Hello guys, and welcome back to Sudden Strike 4. Today I have view mission 6 of the Soviet campaign, Balaton Defensive Operation. Let's go ahead and read the description. With the failure of the Ardennes counterattack, the German war effort was in dire need of oil, and Hitler deemed the oil fields at Nagy near Lake Balaton the most valuable strategic resource to defend. Thus, the last defensive action initiated by Germany on the Eastern Front, Operation Spring Awakening, started on 6th of March 1945 as a preemptive strike towards the Red Army on the east side of the lake. Due to spring floods, however, the German advance was slowed down and they lost a lot of tanks to the swamps that formed between Lake Balaton and the Danube River. Also, the Germans were unsuccessful in keeping their preparations secret, so the Soviet forces were expecting the attack. Outnumbered, stuck, and outmaneuvered, the Germans could not reach the river to initiate the second part of the offensive plan. The Red Army held out, and on 16th of March, the Soviets counterattacked and drove the enemy back beyond the positions they had held before Operation Spring Awakening. So I think, but since it's an attack defense mission again, as many of the missions have been with the Soviet campaign so far, the support doctrine is probably the best, and taking sandbag covers is probably a very good idea. So let's stick with the APCR rounds. We'll take off demolition kits, we'll put sandbag covers on, and then we'll take maybe smoke grenades would be a decent idea. Yeah, we'll take smoke grenades and we'll take the hand grenades. We may as well do that. Okay, cool. So that's going to be my setup. Let's move on to the mission briefing.
And hold the line. Launch a counteroffensive and eliminate the enemy in the area.
So by the looks of things, it looks like we have an initial defensive line, and then we have to sort of fall back, and then we end up pushing forwards again, like we've done before. So let's go ahead and start the mission.
We managed to gather information about an imminent German offensive in Lake Balaton sector, comrade. Prepare our defenses so that it can withstand the coming attack.
Okay. So we need to rebuild the fronts. We have 3 Su-85s, we have some transport vehicles with infantry, we have a couple of BM-13 rocket launchers. Very nice. What do we have over here? Oh, some tanks. These need repairing and refueling. We don't have any infantry in these trenches, so I guess we'll move our infantry over here. What about these trenches? These trenches are fine. So it looks like the right side and the mid are both fortified already. Might be worth supplementing them with another SU though. And we'll have the last one move to the left side. We'll have our rocket launchers assist on the left and in the mid.
I'm under heavy fire. The Germans are here. I repeat, the Germans are here.
And then we do have these vehicles to rearm and repair these T-34s.
Hold out until reinforcements arrive.
There is an assault gun here. Let's move that forwards. We'll move forwards the support vehicles. Make sure we get the SU into position. This one's rolling over to the right side, that's fine. We'll put him on the right side of these T-34-85s. Make sure that we unload these into the trenches here. Maybe worth having one on the right side. There is 2 minutes until the attack, so we've got a little bit of time. And I'm going to have these transport trucks ready to fall back, as I believe that is what we need to do. Make sure we fix up this far assault gun, and then we'll fix up the T-34-76 next to it. Looks like the supply vehicle's filling up the tanks as well, which is good. Don't have anything in that bunker, so do we have a sniper at all? We do not. I might put the Zookas though in that bunker.
Солдат ПТ войск идет. К бою готов. Ясно.
I might also put a couple on this right side as well.
Солдат ПТ войск.
That way we get a decent crossfire.
Готов выполнять приказ. Какие координаты? Двигаюсь.
Right, so we're going to have to keep the supply vehicle
Двигаюсь.
near that rocket launcher.
Приказы.
The repair vehicle on standby.
Жду распоряжений. К бою готов.
I'm also very tempted to have one of these in the cornfield to the right side here.
Слушаю. Пулеметчик здесь. Уже иду. Есть.
Now one thing we will have to remember to do is use the smoke grenades,
Да.
as they will probably force the enemy tanks to come into range of our own AT guns, which would work out quite well.
Ожидаю приказов.
We also need to make sure that we're using this improved AP ammo.
Жду приказов. Приказы. Жду распоряжений.
Okay, I think we're set up. I'm ready to go. 5 seconds until they arrive.
Враг!
Here we go. Already here.
Я готов. Артиллерия готова. Готов выполнять приказ.
Make sure they use up all this AP ammo. We already lost an AT gun, so that's not good. Oh, and we lost our SU. Great.
Готов выполнять приказ.
Приказы.
Oh, there goes all of my AT guns. Let's maybe get our tanks up here as soon as possible. Completely forgot about these guys.
Координаты.
Thank God I still have them. Make sure that's reloaded.
Готов выполнять приказ. Мы готовы. Так точно. Есть.
Замечен противник.
Мы готовы.
Make sure these
Транспорт готов.
trucks are out of the way.
Транспорт готов. Какие координаты? Готов выполнять
I'm going to
приказ.
move the rocket launcher over here so that it's next to the supply vehicle and gets auto-supplied.
Слушаю.
Oh my god.
Иду. Устроим охоту на танки. Приказы.
I'm going to run these AT guys over to the cornfield as well, because with them all next to each other in those trenches, they take a lot of damage.
Жду приказа. Распоряжение.
The middle defense went a lot better. I think the left one went so bad was because I didn't have my T-34s here, because I don't have them hold down, which I should do.
Готовы к атаке. Готовы к атаке. Готовы к атаке. Приказы.
Жду распоряжений.
Alright, not bad. I'm not going to do that to the Su-85 just because the Su-85 needs to be able to turn its hull. I might move it back a little bit though, just so that it's not the
Враг.
first thing that's shot at.
Мы готовы. Распоряжение. Еще один сдох. Приказы. Стреляем из орудия. Мы готовы.
Alright, that right side defense has gone on
Я готов.
pretty damn well.
Ожидаю приказов. Техника готова к работе. Распоряжение. Уничтожили врага.
Those T-34-85s are very strong.
Жду приказов.
Приказы? Да.
Looks like there is some units in the cornfield here.
Пехота в
I might just
пути.
move these back to the bunker.
Обнаружен противник. Пехота готова. Пехота идет.
Maybe have one stay a little bit further up just in case.
Пехота идет.
We're also being hit from the right side over here.
Слушаю. Жду распоряжений.
I'm going to take a rifleman out. We're going to go have a look over there.
Жду распоряжений.
Because there is a tower here, we may as well go man that if we can.
Распоряжение.
I smoke grenade these guys.
Приказы. Техника готова к работе. Ожидаю приказов. Да. Ожидаю приказов. Техника готова к работе.
Make sure we try and take out this panther. Bazooka's doing a great job at the moment, actually.
Готов выполнять приказ. Готов выполнять приказ.
The only trouble is, it looks like they're going to die. We're being hit in the middle now as well.
Слушаю.
Распоряжение. Устроим охоту на танки. Готов. Устроим охоту на танки.
The Bazookas on that right side are actually in a really nice place. I'm glad I put them in there. This side is just looking very precarious. Especially losing those AT guns initially. That was a pretty big mistake on my part, I feel.
Орудие готово.
Never mind. Still in it.
Слушаю. Координаты. Грузовик снабжения готов.
Rocket launchers being filled back up.
Готов выполнять приказ. Транспорт готов.
I'm not sure I need this truck here anymore. I might actually send that somewhere else. You can come down here and then sort of head up here. And then we can carry one of these AT guns once we need to fall back.
Слушаю. Приказы.
Look at that person throw a smoke grenade.
Давай же.
Doesn't look like the smoke grenades really do too much.
Мы готовы.
A lot of their vehicles are getting stuck in these swamps, which is cool.
Приказы. Слушаю. Техника готова к работе. Готов выполнять приказ. Да. Огонь!
The other good thing about these units in the cornfield here is that they are spotting tanks before they get in range.
Да. Распоряжение. Да. Пехота идет. Готовы служить.
The
Уже
AT gun
иду.
died on the right, on the far left side even.
Транспорт готов.
So that's another truck that can come down here and travel up to the mid.
Двигаюсь.
And a waypoint that.
Так точно. Готовы к атаке.
That could be repaired. So let's go start doing that. Make sure this assault gun has ammunition.
Координаты. Ожидаю приказ. Распоряжение. Огонь! Распоряжение.
I think he can heal it up to 50%. So
Reinforcements
be good.
managed to get here in time. Fall back to the last defense line and hold it at all cost.
time to go.
Координаты.
Let's just have these guys just run back as soon as
Пехота
possible.
здесь. Распоряжение. Приказы. Да. Я иду. Да.
I'm actually going to pause it.
Мы готовы.
I haven't really used the pause function enough since I started playing Sudden Strike. And in this sort of situation where you have to like move so many units, I reckon it's actually like
Да?
well worth doing. So yeah, just going to take the time to pause it here. We'll make sure that all my units are sort of starting to travel back. And then we can unpause it and sort out the defensive lines at the other end whilst the timer ticks down. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of timer.
Слушаю.
Приказы? Готов выполнять приказ.
Alright, let's just play for a second.
Слушаю.
Make sure these guys unfortify.
Жду приказов.
Готовы служить. Слушаю.
Жду распоряжений.
Готовы к атаке. Да.
Да?
Ожидаю приказов.
Солдат ПТ войск здесь.
Get all these guys back.
Есть.
Слушаю.
Да. Слушаю.
Nice, let's pick up a couple of these guns. I thought I had more stuff here, but never mind. Gonna send this Su-85 over to this right side. And we'll have all of these AT guns start to wheel their way back.
Да. Распоряжение? Так точно. Двигаюсь. Слушаю. Иду. Транспорт готов.
We have like big old howitzers here, but
Двигаюсь. Я готов.
not really sure
Техника готова к работе. Техника готова к работе. Я
where I
готов.
should use them.
Так точно. Готов выполнять приказ.
Because if I unload them
Готовы к
sort of
атаке. Распоряжение?
really close, they're not really going to be useful later on anyway, are they? Because we're going to be attacking after this. Let's make sure that this guy's coming back.
Готов.
Жду приказов.
Слушаю.
Пулеметчик идет.
Да?
Готовы служить. Артиллерия готова.
Oh, these AT guns got left behind.
Перемещаю орудие.
All buggers. Right, let's fortify these tanks. Oops. There we go.
Слушаю.
Unload that artillery piece.
Приказы. Перемещаю орудие. Я готов. Транспорт готов. Так точно. Грузовик здесь. Грузовик здесь.
So may as well have these passengers jump in those
Ожидаю приказов. Давай же.
trenches. We do have
Солдат
some
ПТ
men that we
войск
can put
идет.
on this right side, I think. It's probably a good idea. Plenty of men here that can jump in these trenches.
Распоряжение.
A lot of snipers, so they can pick off the infantry very quickly, although it will be important to have all of the AT in the bunkers or trenches before anything else.
Распоряжение.
Распоряжение.
Да.
Распоряжение.
We'll take out the sniper.
К бою готов.
I'll put the sniper to one side.
Пехота идет.
Солдат
Have the
ПТ войск
bazooka guy in there.
Да. Я готов. Давай же. Грузовик здесь. Приказы. Техника готова к работе. Приказы. Так точно. Координаты. Координаты. Двигаюсь. Ожидаю приказов. Готов выполнять приказ. Слушаю. Слушаю. Распоряжение.
Make sure those guys are fortified.
Слушаю.
Fortify those.
Я готов. Перемещаю орудие. Пехота здесь. Слушаю. Да. Техника готова к работе. Да. Готов выполнять приказ. Давай же. Мы готовы.
Alright, has that actually run out of fuel? Because if it has, we can easily pick that up.
Давай
The other thing we
же.
have is multiple tanks down here, and there's also tanks over here that we could use. So I might set up some transports to just take over some units to go take those.
Уже иду. Пехота в пути. Есть.
К бою готов.
Пехота в пути. Я готов. Пехота здесь.
Oh, that's 6 dudes.
Пехота в пути. Готовы служить. Так точно.
Not sure how much it
Слушаю.
takes to man like a IS-2. It looks like 4 in each.
К бою готов.
Уже
Grab
иду.
another rifleman.
Ожидаю приказа.
Put him over here.
Транспорт
Get
готов.
him in there. We'll take
Я готов.
one of
Нужны
each of these
патроны.
supplies with
Топливо,
us.
ремонт. Транспорт готов. Транспорт
Nice.
готов. Двигаюсь.
Travel over there. Pick those up.
Грузовик снабжения готов. Так точно.
Because that is a couple of decent tanks that we can definitely make use of.
Слушаю. Готов выполнять приказ. Слушаю. Уже иду. Двигаюсь.
Okay, we've got to make sure those howitzers are unloaded, so that's what I just did there. Let's make sure these rocket launchers are forwards as well. We need to have our supply vehicle up. Now what about on this side? Are those guys fortified? I think this is good. Other than we do have a couple of tanks that we can definitely take advantage of, so I'm just gonna grab some crewmen.
Обнаружен противник! Есть!
Жду приказа.
Уже иду! Пехота здесь. Пехота идет.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Пехота идет.
Пулемет готов. Готов.
Пехота здесь. Понял?
Our defensive line's holding well. That is a Tiger 2 though. A dead Tiger 2. I like it.
Пулеметчик здесь. Уже иду.
Wow, that worked out really well actually. I'm assuming there's going to be more than one attack. Otherwise that was pretty lackluster.
Распоряжение. Пехота в пути. Готовы к атаке. Двигаюсь.
Hold on, comrades. We need to last just a little longer.
So captured these tanks. I put some crew in them. It looks like we're missing one guy for this T-3485. He needs a commander. I might just drop out one of these riflemen from the half track here and just run him over there. Look at these German soldiers as well that have been captured. Nice little attention to detail there. Oh, that Tiger 2. That's a lot of artillery as well. Make sure that all of my tanks are and AT guns are using armor piercing. We do have our own smoke grenades, don't we? So we could smoke our own tanks here. This King Tiger's getting deadly close, right? Let's repair that tank. Also need to refuel that tank.
What a fight, comrades! We've held back the German onslaught so far.
Слушаю. Ожидаю приказов. Да.
Their assault seems to have stopped. Comrade, send some scouts to the area and find out why it was so abrupt.
Leave scouts in the area.
Пехота идет.
Okay,
Пехота готова.
I guess we'll just
Слушаю.
move forwards.
Да. Так точно.
Take those positions. Let's move forwards a sniper on this side.
Будет сделано.
I like how the weather has changed though, and all of the lights have come on. That's very, very cool.
Готовы к атаке. Готовы к атаке.
Are we not repairing that?
Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт.
We'd have this repair vehicle repairing that. The supply vehicles run out of ammo, which is not very good.
Иду. Ожидаю приказов.
This one still has ammo, so I might leave the new
Техника готова к работе.
T-3485 that we've acquired next to that.
Готовы к атаке.
The IS-2 can just move up with the other one.
Я вот. Я серьезно ранен.
Oh. Well, looks like they've taken up defensive positions there.
Пехота готова. Пехота в пути. Я серьезно ранен. Нужен враг. Пехота готова. Будет сделано.
Пулемет.
Засекли врага.
This isn't good.
Жду приказов. Жду приказов. Готовы служить. Feind vernichtet.
Are we supposed to like push forwards with a lot of stuff?
Готовы служить.
That guy made it a long way, to be fair.
Давай же. Жду распоряжений.
It might have been good for them to tell me to do that earlier.
Солдат ПТ войск здесь.
So I'm just going to take like a group of troops with me.
Уже иду. Жду приказов. Слушаю. Готовы служить.
Жду приказов.
Готов выполнять приказ.
Распоряжение.
Иду. Приказы. Врач идет.
Get the infantry to just run forwards and try and
Пехота
find their
идет.
way to those positions
Пулеметчик здесь.
without hitting their defensive lines. Maybe the infantry doctrine would have been better.
Пехота здесь.
We could take a tractor. That'd be funny.
Пехота
Although it
идет.
is out of fuel. One thing I do really like about Sudden Strike 4 is the attention to detail in the maps.
Будет сделано.
Shame that the mechanics and the missions are a bit,
Пехота в путь.
Противник.
I don't know, are less than ideal. Like, why are we getting a tutorial now? Like, it's just stuff like that. It's just silly.
Солдат ПТ войск здесь. Распоряжение.
Уже иду.
So
Ожидаю
much
распоряжения.
stuff in these swamps.
Пулеметчик здесь. Солдат противотанковых войск готов.
Пехота идет.
Солдат ПТ войск здесь. Солдат ПТ войск здесь. Солдат ПТ войск здесь. Пулеметчик.
Ожидаю
Oh, that works.
распоряжений.
Пулеметчик идет. Пулеметчик здесь.
Да. Пехота готова.
The other thing I should be doing is like jumping into every vehicle
Врач
to get the
идет.
scavenge
Есть.
bonus.
Давай же. Feind gesichtet.
Видна цель.
Уничтожили врага. Пехота
Oh,
в
shit.
пути. Атакуем.
Kill the mortar guy.
Пли.
Уничтожение. Еще одного грохнули. Пулеметчик здесь. Пулеметчик идет.
Пехота здесь. Приказы.
Alright,
Уже
that's
иду.
good. Get that rifleman in there.
Пулемет готов. Солдат
So I
ПТ
group
войск
these
идет.
guys up. I'm going to send half one way and half the other.
Пехота здесь.
Солдат противотанковых войск готов.
Жду распоряжений. Есть. Пехота в пути.
Приказы.
Пехота идет.
Alright, let's go. Okay, so I'm just going to jump one into this tank.
Пулеметчик идет. Пулеметчик здесь. Пулеметчик идет.
There's a truck here that we can use, like a Kubel.
Жду распоряжений. Транспорт готов.
See if he can get there before the rest of them.
Грузовик
That'd be
здесь.
funny. Zoom around with the Kubels.
Заметили
Looks like they
неприятеля.
take their time to go through the cornfield here.
Пулеметчик здесь. Готов. Да. Пулеметчик здесь.
Пехота здесь. Ну уже.
Right, take that position, that's good.
Жду приказов.
Грузовик здесь. Поживее.
Солдат ПТ войск здесь.
Пехота идет. Ожидаю приказов. Неприятель. Распоряжение. Есть раненый. Врач здесь.
Oh, we're being hit by artillery. That's not good.
Слушаю.
Солдат ПТ войск
Oh
идет.
no,
Иду туда, где
the
нужно.
artillery's too strong.
ПТ войск идет.
Damn it.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Пехота идет. Врач здесь.
Солдат ПТ войск идет.
Есть раненый.
Ясно.
Заметили противника. В атаку.
Get this infantry back over. This is so silly. Like, this part of the mission, I'm assuming we're actually just supposed to counterattack or something, but it didn't strictly tell me to counterattack, so I didn't.
Готов выполнять приказ.
Let's try and just, you know, shift our units and maybe we can
Готовы к атаке.
make a punch
Техника
through.
готова к работе.
We actually have a couple units down here that need resupplying and repairing.
Транспорт готов. Распоряжение?
Пулемет готов.
Врач идет!
Распоряжение? Техника готова к
I'm just
работе.
gonna add all these to a
Ожидаю
group.
приказов. Мы готовы. Я готов. Мы готовы.
Да.
You just have to see what happens after we complete this objective, really, and then we can decide whether or not I was supposed to move up or not.
Враг уничтожен.
Пехота идет.
Приказы. Пулеметчик идет.
Looks like their heavy tanks couldn't handle this hellish mud bath. Can't move at all.
Acknowledged. The heavy tanks are immobilized. Now is the time to launch a counteroffensive and eradicate them from the sector.
Приказы? Я готов. Да.
Alright, so it looks like I was right. We didn't actually need to attack, we just needed to get some scouts up.
Жду приказов. Готовы служить. К бою готов. Пехота идет. Техника готова к работе.
And we need to bust out the area, bust out the Germans from the area. Okay.
Да.
Make sure
Грузовик снабжения готов.
this ISU is reloaded and we shall carry on, I think.
Приказы. Техника
I
готова
don't
к
think that
работе.
T-34 needs any more ammunition, so that's not wasted on
Готовы
that.
к атаке. Двигаюсь.
I think using these artillery pieces would be really nice, but they're just a real pain in the ass to move about.
Транспорт готов. Транспорт готов.
Might bring them with us.
Поживее. Грузовик здесь.
Still got loads of infantry in here, actually.
Да.
Устроим охоту на танки.
Слушаю. Транспорт готов.
We can use these ones to pick up
Приказы.
here.
Уже иду. Да. Транспорт готов. Готов выполнять приказ. Координаты.
Okay, this is just going to be awkward, isn't it? Maybe if I bring all of my units over to one side, we sort of push up to here and then just roll across. Maybe that would be a better way to do it. Yeah, let's do that.
Готовы к атаке. Готов выполнять приказ.
Because then it got a lot less micromanagement.
Пехота готова. Есть. Ожидаю приказов.
May seem a bit of a cop out, but it's just so much easier to do it this way.
Так точно. Ожидаю приказов.
Might take a little bit longer as well, but again,
Слушаю.
just convenience more than anything. Trying to fight on two fronts at once, just a pain in the ass.
Пулемет готов.
Пехота идет. Пехота идет.
Иду тут. More air support is available. Use it well.
Иду туда,
Cool.
где нужен.
We've got some air support now. Let's try and move forwards with some of these men. I reckon there's going to be somebody in this tower, so... Ooh, okay, we've sort of awakened the beast there.
Будет сделано. Так точно. Иду туда, где нужен. Иду туда, где я нужен.
Just pull them away from their defences, why not? Wow. I might bring in a ground attack plane, although there was a verbal wind, wasn't there? Let's just try one. Why not?
Понял, вышка.
Alright, everything's arriving. Still got a few more units to go.
Ожидаю приказов. Техника готова к работе. Да, техника готова к работе.
All those to group 1.
Лечу к месту назначения. Двигаюсь.
Oh, looks like the I can have fun there. Although there is a flak 88, it seems. Alright. Get the supply back here. We'll group up the infantry.
Жду приказов.
So 1 is tanks, 2 is infantry. 3 can be like artillery that can fire immediately.
Орудие готово. Распоряжение. Артиллерия готова. Уже иду. Техника готова к работе. Мы готовы.
Sending these to group 1. Left them behind.
Давай же.
Okay, and then everything else is
Транспорт
group
готов.
5. Actually, those can be group 6, that's fine.
Распоряжение. Грузовик снабжения готов.
That can be group 5.
Распоряжение. Готовы к атаке.
Right, this mud is going to be a nightmare to navigate. So, how are we going to do this? I guess sort of ploughing up here would be a good idea.
Двигаюсь. Так точно.
Солдат противотанковых войск готов.
And why is group 3 just trucks? We'll make these group 3. Group 5 can be group 4, and group 6 can be group 5.
Готовы к атаке. Да. Перемещаю орудие. Так точно. Слушаю. Двигаюсь. Слушаю. Распоряжение. Двигаюсь. Двигаюсь. Так точно.
Слушаю. Солдат ПТ войск идет. Солдат ПТ войск идет.
Какие координаты? Так точно. Я готов. Распоряжение? Да. Двигаюсь. Слушаю. Да.
Да?
Alright, so our massive force is moving now. Any poor chaps who show themselves are going to get absolutely obliterated. Holy crap. These are all the tank crew that have abandoned their vehicles after they've sunk. Well, that's not good.
Противник. Транспорт готов. Готов выполнять приказ.
We do have machine guns on these armoured personnel carriers, so we're just going to try and use those.
Транспорт готов.
Little ambush there.
Приказы?
So annoying.
Да. Так точно. Грузовик здесь.
We pick up our guns again.
Ожидаю приказов.
Alright, so we just need to get clear of the mud and then we can attack.
Орудие. Иду. Да. Готовы к атаке. Иду.
Слушаю.
Двигаюсь. Артиллерия готова. Двигаю орудие. Замечен враг.
Подавление противника. Приказы. Солдат ПТ войск идет.
Oh wow, they're coming in from like off the map.
Замечен враг.
What the hell?
Иду.
Солдат ПТ войск здесь.
Уже иду.
Run away, men.
Иду. Пехота в путь. Да. Иду туда, где нужен.
An absolute massacre, what the hell? Thought they'd lost most of their tanks. This is ridiculous. Well, that was completely pointless. Holy crap. I need my medics to start picking these guys up. Why me? Well, time for the remainder of my infantry to keep pushing on. And then I guess we'll just sort of regroup and try and go for the other objective. We'll capture that. Thank you very much.
Устроим охоту на танки.
I just ran away there to like draw them out of the forest. Seems to have worked. The main issue we have here is that I don't have any medics left, which isn't good. Well, I guess we'll just get our units to just mingle with our tanks and hope for the best. Get this one to just refuel the Su-22. Okay, I guess we may as well just get our infantry off these AT guns if we're not going to use them. We'll have them reinforce us.
Я готов. Пехота здесь. Давай же! Транспорт готов.
We have a couple of transport trucks here, let's use them.
Транспорт готов. Ожидаю приказов.
Otherwise those guys are going to be running forever.
Я готов. Грузовик здесь. Да. Я готов. Так точно. Слушаю. Да. Слушаю. В пути. Будет сделано. Грузовик снабжения
Okay, we're
готов.
repairing and refueling
Ожидаю
everything.
приказов. Давай же. Ожидаю приказов. Мы готовы. Мы готовы. Ожидаю приказов. Неприятель.
Oh, sugar. Bumped into some fortified tanks. That infantry just got wrecked. Oh my god. Poor chaps. We got another artillery piece anyway. And these guys are relatively fixed up. Let's carry on.
Устроим охоту на танки.
Пехота идет! Пехота идет! Грузовик снабжения готов. Приказы? Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт!
Я готов. Пулеметчик идет. Солдат противотанковых войск готов.
Грузовик снабжения готов. Уже иду.
That can be added to
Топливо, ремонт!
Group 4.
Неприятель!
Got a couple of tank crew that can be added to Group 2.
Пехота идет. Транспорт готов.
Let's just unload these guys and
Пехота идет.
add them to Group 2.
Давай же. Распоряжение.
Unload these vehicles as well.
же! Я готов!
Распоряжение.
Готов выполнять приказ! Готовы служить! Пехота готова! Приказы?
Cool. So we've got quite a lot of infantry now.
Грузовик здесь! Да! Двигаюсь!
This time around, I'm actually going to unload
Распоряжение!
my
Так
big
точно!
artillery
Готовы служить!
before we make a big attack.
Иду! Грузовик снабжения готов! Двигаюсь! Двигаюсь!
And hopefully it will be in range.
Распоряжение? На цель! Готов выполнять приказ! Так точно!
Oh, we bumped into defensive pretty early
Техника
on.
готова к работе! Так
Okay.
точно!
That is an 88.
Пехота в пути!
Get these guys on the ground. Start moving forwards.
Техника готова к работе! Какие координаты? Атакуем! Двигаю орудие! Так точно!
Almost attacked my own unit there.
Двигаюсь! Слушаю!
Pretty sure this has run out of fuel. Yeah, it has.
Готовы к атаке! Так точно!
Let's just make an attack line.
Пехота готова. Уже иду! Готов выполнять приказ. Приказы? Пехота идет. Да. При! Пехота в пути.
God, the
Пехота
artillery.
идет. Готов выполнять приказ. Какие координаты? Готовы к атаке.
Okay, I need to find out where I'm going to bomb. So I think I might just sacrifice a rifleman to find me some information.
Неприятель! Есть! Пехота в пути.
I think I can hit a bombing strike here, right? Where are they going? Do it like so.
Иду!
And then we'll go for the attack. Oh, this has been a pretty long mission.
Слушаю.
Tedious at places, but
Так точно.
I guess more exciting than some of the other ones we've played.
Готовы служить.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Я иду.
Here comes our bomber. Can he finish the job for us?
Техника готова к работе.
Who knows?
Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт. Поживее. Ожидаю приказов. Видна цель. Двигаю орудие.
Yeah, I did a pretty good job, to be
Давай
fair.
же.
Just fix up our stuff and
Приказы?
carry on.
Да. Готовы к атаке. Поврежден привод. Транспорт готов. Слушаю. Двигаю орудие. Распоряжение? Да, я готов. Ожидаю приказов. Приказы? Готовы служить. Пехота
There's
в
no
пути.
artillery, so I think our infantry is going to be a bit
Так
safer.
точно. Ожидаю
Pretty sure we
приказов.
can just charge now once that other T-34 is fixed up and it has its track repaired. Okay, let's go.
Распоряжение? Координаты? Двигаю орудие. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт. Пехота здесь. Приказы?
I think we managed to dodge some of the defenses that the Germans had by doing this, which is good.
Видна цель. Иду.
Comrades, we have achieved an undeniable
Fantastic.
victory today and showed the fascists what the Red Army is truly capable of. Congratulations on your bravery.
We did it. We got 2 stars. Look at that. Almost 3. Shame that we didn't find 3, but Job done, as far as I'm concerned.
Sunday, March 24th, 1945. It has been a while since I had a Sunday without marching or shooting, and with some time to sit down and write my thoughts. Since the liberation of Leningrad last year, I get more and more messages about survivors. My teacher, Vasily Alexievich, Pyotr from down the street, and my uncle tells me that even the nice milkmaid asked if I was still alive. I still grieve for my father, especially because there is next to no information on how or where he died. But each news report about survivors gives me hope for the future. A few weeks ago, I was ordered to bring my men to Hungary. German tank movements have been observed near Lake Balaton, and the Stavka was of the opinion that the fascists were after the oil reserves of the area. We were to build up defenses and counter their attack. As clumsily as the Germans had disguised their attack, so badly were they prepared for the muddy terrain. My men made short shrift of them. Even I was surprised by my troops' professionalism. Judging from what I heard about Chuykov's progress through Poland, he knows how to traverse difficult terrain. I told my men to follow his example, and it surely helped them. While I have no idea where the Nazis still get tanks from, I cannot fathom that they have reserves left after the masses we destroyed here. Now, every day we hear more news about further pushes into the German heartland. Everything now points to Berlin. All the deprivations, the death, and destruction of the last years, everything that the Nazis have done to our motherland, they will get it back.
And there we have it. The end of the Balaton defensive operation. Next up we have the final mission of the Soviet campaign, Battle of Berlin. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.